Hi guys, welcome back again. We are now on the drafting section of this Kaftan suit, and what we'll be needing for this Kaftan suit to draft it out is the measurement. If you should take a closer look at the picture, you will find out that the front or the left hand side is longer than that of the right hand side. So we all put this into consideration while drafting this. So but what we need to draft out first will be the back. The back has to be equal. It has to be equal at the back. So but at the front side or during the drafting, we need to make some adjustments during the drafting of the front side. So before we commence this drafting, we need to understand and know the measurements which we'll be using for this drafting. Actually, I'll be making use of length 30. The length 30 is the measurement I took from the back, not the front measurement. Of course, we know that the front, they are not equal. So the measurement which I took at the back measurement is what I'm going to use in drafting out the back first. So now the length is 30. The chest of this Kaftan suit, I'll be making use of 4 inches for the chest, and the tummy I'll be making use of 40 inches for the tummy, and on the area of the sleeve is 25 inches. The round sleeve, I'll be making it 15.5 inches. The round sleeve, during the cutting of the round sleeve, I'll make it 15.5 inches. So these are the measurements I'll be needing for this drafting. So the first thing I have to do is to mark out. I mark out 1 inch at the top of this, the top of the fabric first. I take out 1 inch. I want you to watch very carefully on what I'm doing. So I'm going to be connecting the 1 inches which I have drawn. I marked out. I will connect this 1 inch to give me a straight line. So just pay rapt attention to what I'm doing, and please, it is very important that you watch to the end if you want to actually learn this. I won't like you to skip any of this video, because maybe tomorrow you say that I did not get it because you skipped a part of this video. So each part of this video is very, very necessary for you to stay throughout, stick throughout the video until I finish the cutting process. So the length I'll be using is 30 inches. You can see it. You place your 0 point of the tape at this one which you have marked out, and you now measure out 30 inches. This is 30. You mark your 30, and you add. I will be adding 2 inches. That 2 inches will be my folding allowance at the back side. So I will also shift my tape. So I will also mark the 30, and I'll add 2 inches for the folding allowance. So I will now connect the 2 points to give me a straight line. These 2 points is giving me a straight line. So please don't mind the noise. That's my son, my first son, is making the noise, he's playing. So I will mark the folding allowance. I will now mark out the half of the length, and the half length 30 divided by 2 will give us 15 inches, and this is 15 inches. So normally what I need to do is that I will add 1.5 inches. So if I should add 1.5 inches, it will give me 16.5. A 16.5. I will also adjust my tape and mark 16.5. So I'm going to be connecting the 16.5. I will connect it together. I connect it together. The 16.5, I connect it. I will connecting the 16.5 as I mark the 16.5. So I will connect the points. So you can see it. So the next thing I will do now is that I will measure the base of the armhole. The base of that armhole is the chest. The chest divided by 4, and the chest which we have is 44 divided by 4. Sorry, pardon. So the chest divided by 4 will give us the armhole base. So 44 divided by 4 will give us 11 inches. I mark 11 inches. Also mark 11 inches. So I'm going to be I will also connect this. I'm taking it step by step so that you understand it. So I connect the point. So the next thing we do is that I will take 2 inches upward. These 2 inches will be the base for the back armhole, the base for the back armhole. So you know the back and the front, their base are not equal. So this is for the back. This is for the back. So now what I will do next is that the back of this kaftan suit will not be having any vent. So this is a kaftan suit without vent. I will not put vent on this kaftan suit. So because of that, I'm measuring 1.5 inches here, 1.5 inches also here, and at this point I'll make it 1 inches. I make 1 inches here, and here will be half inches. Now I will connect the one that is 1.5 inches. I will connect it with a straight rule. I connect it with my straight ruler. So this is the one with 1.5, and the one with 1.5, I will now make it, I will connect it with my French curve. I connected it with my French curve. So what I will do next is to connect to measure out the shoulder. I don't know if I mentioned the shoulder. If I did not mention it, the shoulder is 19 inches. If I didn't mention the shoulder while calling out the measurement we will be working with, I'm sorry, the shoulder is 19 inches. So 19 divided by 2 will give us 9.5 inches. This 9.5, I mark my 9.5, and I will add half inches, which will be my same allowance, making it 10 inches. So I will measure from this point, measure from here to here to know the total length of it, which will give me 11.5 11.25 which is 11 1/4. I will also measure 11.25 here, 11.25. So I will mark it. I will join this point together. So, and I will make here. I make here 10 inches because I would like the kaftan suit to flare much, to have a kind of figure 8. So let the figure 8. I want the figure 8 to be pronounced. So I make here 10 inches. So at the bottom I will make it 12 inches. I make the bottom 12 inches. I make it 12 inches. So I'm going to connect this point. I'm going to connect it. So I will connect here. I'm connecting here. And also connect here. So I'm going to measure out the shoulder slope. The shoulder slope, make it 1.5. And the neck, I'll measure out the neck. The formula for the neck is the chest divided by 12. The chest divided by 12 will give us the 44 divided by 12 will give us 12.666. So I measure out 12.6. I measure it out. So on this side, I will project half inches upward. Project half inches upward. I will use my French cord, my plastic French cord to connect there. So I will also connect here. So what I will do now is that I'm going to draft out the back first. I'm going to take out this back. I'm cutting it out. I have finished drafting, so I'm cutting it out. So after cutting the back out, I will use this back to mark out the front. So I will use it to trace out the front. So I'm going to be cutting. Remember I said that this my kaftan suit will have no vent on it. There will be no vent on it. So I'm done cutting out the back. I give a mark of cut to identify the front and the back side of the fabric, or the right and the wrong side of the fabric. So I'm going to shift this front. I'll be connecting this. I will mark, draw a straight line. Then all this line I will extend it. I will extend all this line. So having marked the cut out the straight line, so I will take the back and place it. I place the back on this area. So on this is the back. I just place it. I will measure out 4.5 inches on this area, and here I will make here 3.5 inches. I will give a kind of curve on this area, and on the left hand side is shorter as compared to the right hand side. So I will give a straight line on this area, and it's going to be in form of slants. On the bottom side, I added 4 inches at the bottom side. So I will cut this in also a slant way to connect it to the back. Taking this out. And I will cut here. I will also bring this out. I put my French curve. will cut the arm base. I will cut this out. So this is the body of this kaftan suit, but there is something I want you to note, that the left hand side is shorter as to compare to the right hand side. So how do we justify that? How do we do that? I will separate these two. You know, they are equal now. They are equal. So I want you to watch very carefully. Let me shift this remaining fabric out. I want you to see something. So the left hand side is shorter as to compare to the right hand side, and let me get my, okay, this is my chalk. If you should watch here, these two sides, they are already equal, but what is this side is also equal, but what we want to achieve is that we want to reduce the left hand side to be smaller as to compare to the right hand side, as in our picture. So I will pick this here and I will connect it to here. If you should check the back, so I'm going to mark this. I mark it first. So you can see it. So I will now cut it out. So this is our left hand side, and this is the right hand side. This is left hand side, this is the right hand side. So this is all about the cutting of this front. The next thing I'm going to cut now is the inner facing. So I will be cutting the inner facing one after the other. I'm not going to be cutting it together. I'll be cutting it one after the other until I finish the cutting of the inner facing. After then, I will now face the sleeve. So let me cut the inner facing before I will now proceed with the cutting of the sleeve. Remember that I said that the inner facing, I'll be cutting it one. I'm not cutting it together. I'm not cutting the inner facing together. Unlike other suits, you have to join the two fabric together to cut, but on this one you have to cut them separately. You have to cut the two inner facing separately, because both of them are not equal. If you should cut it together, it means that you want to waste some of your material or the fabric. You want to waste the fabric. So I will put this. I get the left hand side first. This is the left hand side. I will place it this way, and I want to see something. As I place it this way, this is the wrong side of the fabric, and this is also the wrong side of the fabric. So I'm facing the right side to the right side. So the right side is facing on the right side. So before I will now cut it out. So we also cut this. And I also cut this area. So this is for the left hand side. I will now cut out for the right hand side. I will use this side. This is the right hand side. So this is all about the cutting of the suits, the Kaftan suits. So what is left now is to cut the sleeve. And after cutting the sleeve, I will now commence fully with the sewing of the suit. So I'm aligning it for you to see. This is the two side, and this is the back. This is the back panel, this is the front panel, and this is the back panel of the Kaftan suit. So see you on the cutting of the sleeve section. Thank you very much, and peace.